So, how are all my internet friends doing tonight? I'm doing good. Same old, same old. But tonight I want to talk again, some more about this third uh, assassination attempt of Trump. Um, and yeah, it's the third. The first one happened, as we all know, in Butler, Pennsylvania in 2024 when he was running for reelection. And then, of course, the second one happened um, at Mar-a-Lago at his golf resort. And there were no shots fired at that one. And as far as the first one goes, the security there was pretty bad, also. I mean, how is a shooter going to be able to find and perch up at a really good, vantage point, to be able to take that shot? So, and then, of course, Mar a Lago, and no shots were fired. I think I said that. And then this third one at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, um, where there were people, or a person was caught on a hot mic talking about the total lack of security in this building. And from what I understand, if I'm correct, the alleged shooter, Cole somebody or other, um, this guy in his alleged manifesto also said the same thing, that that security was really bad in this hotel. And of course, he was never able to get into the ballroom where it was being held, and so Trump, his life was never in danger during this. And of course, anyway, again, I'm new at this, so please be patient with me, bear with me. Um, I'm trying to learn as I go. But again, as I touched in an earlier video, Trump held a press conference shortly after this alleged assassination attempt happened. And and of course he went on his we have to have the ballroom tirade, um, because it's going to be high security or whatever. But the truth of it is that why would that be so necessary? I mean, think about it. This was the White House Correspondents' Dinner, an event that takes place every year, and it's an event that honors um, journalism, and journalists. And so it's not like they would really want to have their correspondence dinner every year at this alleged, or this White House ballroom. And and of course, another thing that I've heard about through watching other um, content creators is that shortly after this um, attempt took place, all the MAGA people got on Truth Social and were demanding this ballroom. Okay, it has to happen. We have to have this ballroom, blah, blah, blah. Why? Okay, who does that benefit? I mean, is it going to benefit the journalists that have this White House Correspondents' Dinner every year? And here's another question. In all the years, and I don't know how many this has been happening, but in all the years that they've been holding this Correspondents' Dinner, um, nothing like this has ever happened. So that's weird. In all of the years, there's never been anyone to do what has just happened. So that's the other thing that begs the question if this was actually the real deal or not. Personally, and this is just my personal opinion, excuse me, I believe that it was staged. I believe that Butler, Pennsylvania was staged. I don't know anything at all about the one in at Mar-a-Lago. Um, Again, no shots were fired at that one. So I don't know what exactly the whole story behind that one even was. I mean, maybe it was some homeless guy that had his rifle and he was hunting to, feed himself. I don't know. But, here he is, he's talking about this ballroom, and then everybody was saying that, demanding this ballroom needs to be built. And again, how is that going? What difference does it make? This is the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Correspondents are journalists, okay? And they put this thing on every year. So what difference does it make anyway? I mean, who would it benefit? And so then of course, President Trump was always talking about how they've been wanting this, people have been wanting this ballroom for 150 years. Previous presidents wanted it, and military people wanted it. Well, who? What what people? What former presidents have said, yeah, we really need a ballroom? How many, high-ranking military officials have said the White House needs a ballroom? Are they going to care? No, they're military. They're used to tents. So why would they care? So give me one name of one person that has said this. They've wanted it for 150 years. Who are they? I mean, and okay, Trump supporters, MAGA people, you need to really seriously, you need to ask yourself this question. What difference does this ballroom mean to you? I mean, seriously, is it going to mean anything to the average John and Jane Q public? Seriously, I mean, it's not like the president's going to invite you or any one of us. I mean, the only way it would happen if this thing monstrosity got built, the only way it would happen is if you, you know, John or Jane Doe did something extraordinary that they needed to be honored for. And with Trump, he doesn't care about what the average people do in their lives, and if they've done anything that was extraordinary. He doesn't care about that. None of these Republicans care about that. So why should you care? I mean, are you going to be invited? Do you really think that Donald Trump would want to sit and have a beer with you? I'd rather doubt it. Not to mention, he is so anti alcohol, okay? Very anti alcohol. His brother, Fred Trump Jr., died from complications of alcoholism, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. So, you know, what difference does it make? I mean, are you going to get invited? I doubt it. I wouldn't get invited. And even if President Trump were to invite me to a whatever, I wouldn't go because I don't like the guy. I didn't like him when he was on The Apprentice, okay? And I really don't like him as president. At least with Ronald Reagan being an actor, he at least had some prior experience in the political arena. He was California's governor, okay? And so he had some statesmanship experience. So him running and winning the presidency was not the worst thing. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe anyway, he did a good job, and for the longest time, he was the standard for Republicans. You know, the gold star standard for a Republican president. But again, Ronald Reagan is the one that gave us trickle down economics. And Bill Clinton is the one that The trickle down theory didn't trickle. It didn't then, and it won't now. So this is why Republicans are um, useless. And I've said this before. They don't care about regular people. They don't care about, you know, average Americans. They don't care about people that don't have massive amounts of money. They don't care. If they cared, they would show it, but they don't show it. So anyway, this was my chaotic rant. And once again, I am a complete and total novice at these types of videos. I don't have any experience at it, and hopefully I will learn as I go. Um, I will grade myself on a curve, and I think I'm at a maybe a C minus, but you know, that's just me, and it doesn't really matter. So if you liked my content, if you like my rant, um, like, subscribe, share, scribe. Did I say scribe? I meant subscribe. Like, subscribe, and share. Um, and I'm going to end this video now. So, all of my internet friends, y'all take care of yourself wherever you are.